Coming to the front of your mat, we're going to begin in Tadasana, or mountain pose. So just swinging from side to side, gently releasing the midsection, the shoulders, the arms. Take shoulders up to the ears, clenching, and release on the exhale. Clenching, release. And just remember to breathe in and out through the nose, allowing the chest to rise and fall, lengthening through the top of the head, palms connecting with the thighs. Feet hip width apart, lifting those toes, the balls of the feet, engaging the core. Shoulder blades back and down, lift those arms overhead. Inhale, and on the exhale we take the navel to the spine and take the hands to the ground. Now take them flat on the mat if you can. Bend the knees as much as you have to. It's okay if you're super bent forward. This is Uttanasana, standing forward bend, and this is going to stretch out the back of the legs and can also help to cool the body. So with the feet again hip width apart, just taking the hands into the alternating elbows, and we're just going to bounce up and down. Now this is going to release the lumbar spine. So moving into Dalasana, we can just swing the body from side to side, allowing the head to fall forward. Swinging from side to side, just releasing that middle body. Entire length of the spine, and as the head hangs forward, this lengthens and extends the spine. Just bending those knees as much as you have to. Now we can go side to side, up and down, backwards and forwards, just allowing the weight of the upper body to pull the body towards the mat. Okay? And remember to breathe when you're here. Remember, we're folding forward from the hips. We're keeping that spine long, extending down towards the floor, just releasing that neck. Going from side to side, remember to breathe. Up and down, always bouncing, releasing those joints, those ligaments. Inhale, exhale. Releasing that neck, shaking the head side to side. Now we place those hands on the mat and we release that neck. Continue to move the head gently side to side. And just bending those knees, alternating knees, right, left. Just releasing the hamstrings, the lumbar spine. Just releasing, and we're going to come from here back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now this pose is going to help us stretch the legs and improve circulation. It's pushing into those hands, bending the elbows slightly. And we're going to take alternating heels to the mat. So we're lengthening through those sit bones from the tip of the fingers all the way up. Taking that navel back to the spine, bending the knees. Don't worry about getting the heels down. Straighten the legs if you can, pressing the heels towards the ground, but they don't have to be on the mat. And take alternating knees, bend alternating knees, take alternating heels to the mat. Okay? And just enjoy this pose. Play around with your downward dog. And remember to breathe. There's no pressure here, just make the pose your own. And we can actually look underneath the body, right to left. As the left knee moves under the body, look left. As the right knee moves under the body, look right. And can change, keep changing sides, enjoying that twist in the torso. Opening up the shoulders, shoulder blades, the spine, the middle body. Moving that, the hips and the pelvis. And from here, we're just going to pop into Child's Pose or Balasana. Now, this is a great pose for calming the mind, relaxing the body. Lowering the hips back towards the heel. Just stretching those arms out in front of you. With either the palms facing down or on the tips of the fingers, allowing you to lengthen a little bit more. And just rest that forehead on the mat. And remember to keep breathing. Slowly, calm, relaxed. Releasing any tension from the body. Release any tension in the shoulders. And with each exhale, relax into the pose a little more. Now from Child's Pose, we're going to sit up and we're going to come into Dandasana, seated staff pose. Extending those legs out in front, toes pointing up to the sky, calves, thighs, buttocks engaging with the mat. We're going to spread the buttocks out. Inhale, slight back bend, coming forward, and we're going to grab the shins, the toes, the feet, whatever's available. And as always, bouncing forward, gently releasing the length of the spine as we come forward, stretching the legs, improving circulation. Those legs extended out in front of you, but nice active legs, keeping those feet flexed. Folding forward to the hips, engaging the navel, taking the navel back to the spine, and keeping that spine nice and long. So we are looking between the toes, not towards the knees. We're not taking the head to knees. We're stretching the tip of the head towards the toes. And from Paschimottanasana, we're going to move into wide leg forward bend, okay? So this is going to stretch out the legs, and again, great for cooling out the body. Toes extended upwards as before, folding forward to the hips, keeping the spine long, placing the hands on the ground or in blocks. So not curling that spine, making sure the back is nice and flat. Engaging the calves, the thighs, the buttocks, all connecting with the mat, and those toes pointing up, keeping the legs nice and active. Taking the forearms onto the mat or the palms of the hands, whatever is available to you. Lengthening through the top of the head. And our drishti is just the tip of the nose. That's where we're focusing. That's where we're looking towards. And again, as always, we can bounce into this posture. So bending the elbows, bouncing onto the palms of the hands, bending the elbows slightly. Just enjoying that release. With each exhale, just releasing a little more. Just squeezing those toes, releasing, coming onto the forearms, and just relaxing into the pose. Lengthening through the top of the head. Don't collapse into the posture. Keep that spine nice and long. And remember to keep breathing in and out through the nose. Inhale, exhale. Then we're going to move over to the left side. So we're just going to walk those hands over and take them to either side of the left foot. So extending through the tips of the fingers, really lengthening out that spine. Again, lengthening through the top of the head, looking towards the left foot. Push into the palms, bend the elbows, bounce into the posture. And then walk those hands over to the right leg. Lengthening the top of the head towards the foot. Palms flat in the mat either side of the right foot. And again, bend those elbows. You can bounce into the posture, making sure that you're coming forward from the hips, keeping the spine long. Looking towards the big toe of the right foot. Remember to breathe. From here, we come back to center, back onto those forearms. So keeping those toes nice and active, pointing up towards the sky. Remember the calves, the thighs, the buttocks connecting with the mat. And lengthening forward through the top of the head, extending from the sit bones, from the sacral chakra, all the way up to the crown chakra at the top of the head. And just clenching and releasing those toes while we're in the posture. Remember to breathe. Walking the hands back towards the body. Bending those knees in and bringing them into butterfly or cobbler pose, Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Now you can take those heels as close to the groin as you like. I'm taking my head side to side, just releasing any strain in the neck. As we get older, this is where we feel a lot of tension in the shoulders and neck. Take the heels as close to the groin as is comfortable. We're going to clasp the hands, place them under the feet, and we're going to lengthen through the top of the head. We can flex those knees up and down, again, just like bouncing into the posture, opening up the hips and the groin, stretching the inner thighs, helping to improve circulation. And the knees just fall open to the sides. And we're gently pressing those thighs down towards the ground. You can find a place of stillness, or you can continue to just bounce into the posture. Whatever is comfortable for you. Lengthening through the top of the head. Pushing down with the feet, pulling up with the clasped hands, creating a bind. Shoulders back and down, lengthening through the top of the head. If it's available, we can walk those hands forward. And you can place the chin on clasped hands on your elbows, or you can place the forehead onto a block. You can take those feet further away from the groin and place the forehead onto the feet if this is available. Again, you can use blocks, bolsters, cushions, whatever you need to feel comfortable. Lengthening through the top of the head, extending those fingertips out, walking those fingertips out, extending from the sit bones all the way to the tips of the fingers. And just enjoy the release in the spine. So you can play around with your hand position. You can bring them closer to the body, extend them out. If we're walking those fingers away from the body, we're getting more of a stretch. Lengthening, stretching out that spine. Coming onto the fingertips, coming back up to seated position, bringing the knees together, and we're going to come back onto the forearms and just lie down, back flat on the ground. Take the knees up to the chest, and then come into reclined cobbler pose. Okay, so soles of the feet together as before. Take the feet slightly further apart, further away from the groin. Place the hands above the head. Open the chest and heart, opening the hips and pelvis. Stretching those inner thighs, allowing us to relax, to cool down. Breathing in and out through the nose, being aware of the rise and fall of the breath. Supta Baddha Konasana. And with each exhale, just allow the hips to open a little more. Allow the chest and heart to release. And continue to breathe. Inhale, equaling the exhale. In and out through the nose. Just becoming aware of your heartbeat, of the sensations in your body. And you can use blocks or cushions underneath your knees for extra comfort if we have especially tight hip. Take what you need. Bringing the knees together. Coming in to corpse position. Toes pointing out. Taking this head to either side. Palms facing up to the sky. Just relax in this position for a few moments.